Hello. Welcome to SHE-preneur Stories series, an initiative by 46XX that brings to light story of a woman entrepreneur per episode that might just cheer, inspire, aid and benefit you on your entrepreneurial journey, or might just convince you to become an entrepreneur if you have been toying with the idea for some time now. Today, let's listen in to the story of SUSHEEMA Vidyaratnaraj, co-founder and joint managing director of SYConE CPMC Pvt Ltd, which she co-founded in 1994 with Yashavanth Ananthraj. She is also the founder and managing director of IRIDIUM Projects Pvt Ltd, which she founded in 2017. She's one of the very few women entrepreneurs in the construction industry in India. Recently, she has also become the co-owner of Mangalore Sharks Team at the Grand Prix Badminton League. You may read more about her accomplishments in the description box. Listen in to learn more about as to how did she get to where she is today. SUSHEEMA was born and brought up in Bangalore. She did her schooling here and went on to become an electrical engineer here. She came from a conservative family. She is the youngest of 3 siblings and had all the attention and love growing up from her family members. Her greatest inspiration was her maternal grandfather. He was a visionary of his times. Despite limited information and no internet at his disposal in the 1950s, he set up and built a large conglomerate of industries by the name of BT Industries, comprising of groundnut oil production plants, ginning mills, cattle feed production units, Vanaspati soap and cardboard manufacturing plants in Davangere, Mysore, Hindupur, Hospet and Chennai. Her only regret is that she couldn't spend enough time with him in her growing up years. Another person she admired was her paternal grandmother. Despite not having gone all the way in her education, she was a very strong, sharp, self-driven and intelligent woman who used to draw up cash flows and profit and loss statements in her own way to manage household income and expenditure. She was a singer too. SUSHEEMA learned some of the rarest wisdom from her father, an electrical engineer who retired from Kirloskar Electric Limited as general manager. He was a very organized person with attention for detail. He taught her discipline and to be a perfectionist in whatever his kids chose to do. He sings and composes music too. Her mother, on the other hand, was a very hard-working, progressive-thinking woman who stood by SUSHEEMA at all times and saw a reason to support her rebellious nature of questioning conformity to societal norms. Currently, she resides in Bangalore with her partner in life and business, Yashavanth, and her 2 daughters, aged 23 and 18. Her elder daughter Shalakha is an architect, while the younger one, Achintya, is studying mechanical engineering. She draws quite a lot of inspiration from her children, who always make her see things in a very different perspective and correct her when she errs in her thinking. Growing up, SUSHEEMA was an accomplished all-rounder. Studies came naturally to her, and she did not have to struggle much to always be the class topper in school. She was also good in multiple sports in school. She was the badminton team captain and was a part of the school volleyball and throwball teams as well. She was also a part of the music troupe at school, which won national award twice. Later in life, in 2010, her alma mater, Sri Vani Education Centre, conferred Vani Star upon her, typically given to their outstanding alumni to recognize her accomplishments. Her string of accomplishments in academics continued while she was pursuing her MBA in finance as well. She topped in accounts and finance despite being an electrical engineer, much to the dismay of her batchmates who came from accounts background. She passed out of the business school as a gold medalist and was conferred the Chairman's Appreciation Award. Taking a leaf from her maternal grandfather's achievements, SUSHEEMA always wanted to be an entrepreneur. To give wings to this aspiration, she wanted to pursue postgraduate program in business management after her engineering degree, but was held back from enrolling into one as she would be overqualified to get a groom for herself. This was a life-changing moment for her. How can marriage be a limiting factor in letting one achieve one's dream? She thought to herself. On the contrary, marriage should be an institution where both partners help each other achieve their dreams. She was strong enough to persevere, smart enough to grab a window of opportunity that came her way, and fortunate enough to finally pursue her dream of finishing MBA post-marriage. Coming from a family of singers, music has always been a part of SUSHEEMA's life. She started training in Carnatic classical music since she was 5 years old, as her father was insistent that she keep it alive. She has had quite the talent for it as well and was always appreciated. So much so that she has released 7 devotional music albums till date and has performed in more than 20 concerts across Karnataka. She and her father have taken it upon themselves to popularize the songs of the great Kannada poet Ratnakara Varni, which her father composes and both of them sing. SUSHEEMA was born in a traditional family and got married into a conservative one. She did face a lot of hurdles to do what she wanted to do because of being born a girl. While she wanted to be there for her family and kids, she was also craving to satisfy her need to have an identity of her own. So she took it upon herself to find a way out and learned to see through the glass ceiling instead of being stuck underneath it. Thus, SUSHEEMA ventured into entrepreneurship in 1994 with the aim of beating any bias and making a mark of her own, relying solely on her talent and accomplishments. She co-founded SYConE with Yashavanth, her husband, and helped it grow into a premier service provider in the construction industry with her sharp business acumen. Till date, SYConE has completed and delivered more than 450 construction projects across 20 states in India, Sri Lanka and GCC countries. Moreover, these projects span across sectors. Some of SYConE's marquee clients include GE, Rolls-Royce, Mahindra, TCS, Wipro, Indian Institute of Science, IIM-Bangalore, IIM-Udaipur, IIIT, Hilton, Marriott, Airtel, VSNL, etc. IRIDIUM, on the other hand, has executed on projects for marquee clientele, such as one of the largest coffee trading company based in Singapore, an integrated smart mega city in Bangalore, and a Malaysian coffee chain within its short span of existence. SUSHEEMA will now give us a peek into what her entrepreneurial journey has been like.
Hi, I'm SUSHEEMA Vidyaratnaraj, the co-founder and joint managing director of SYConE. I'm a construction industry professional and have been in this industry for over 26 years. I became an entrepreneur by choice. In my growing up years, I wanted to establish businesses across sectors and across locations. Both my parents came from business families, so working for somebody else was never a thought in my mind.
I started my entrepreneurial journey by setting up a precast manufacturing plant. Soon I realized in order to grow my business, in addition to my engineering degree, a management education would help. Hence, I enrolled into a B school program. Around this time, the idea of setting up SYConE as a niche service provider for the global construction industry was born. Yash and I set up SYConE as a project management consulting company in the year 1994. The concept of providing professional project management services was new to the market. Convincing the clients of the value proposition of such niche service was not easy. However, Once we bagged the first large order and successfully delivered it, there was no looking back. One project led to the other, and we were fortunate enough to cater to projects across India and across sectors. We delivered successful projects in the real estate sector, manufacturing, healthcare, hospitality, education, sports and recreation, IT offices, etc. The thought of diversifying into construction and interior businesses germinated in a conversation with one of our premier clients. General Electric wanted to engage a single agency to take the responsibility of the complete delivery of their project. This is when SYConE added the construction and interior vertical businesses, which I currently head.
On the home front, leaving behind two small kids and getting back to work full-time was very difficult and a hard choice. Bit by bit, I increased my working hours, had support from family, neighbors and even nannies to look after children. I must say I used to feel very guilty about it, but yeah, it was a hard call. I also upskilled myself to stay relevant, got a certification of lead AP, took some executive programs at IIMB, had to juggle between all of these, and there were days when I just wanted to give up and stay home. Being in a male-dominated construction industry has both advantages and disadvantages. Since you are amongst very few women heading construction business, you are noticed and your recall value is high. However, I have faced situations where either you're boxed as just helping in your spare hours beyond your domestic chores, or being underestimated in my capabilities to head construction business itself. The only way I could wriggle out of all of these was to be patient, not to get agitated with their views, and stay committed to your goals. Even inside my own organization, I had difficulties in my own people initially reporting to me. Without losing focus and understanding and being empathetic on changes they were not used to, I was able to overcome these initial hurdles. I believe our journey is enriched by the support of colleagues, peers, family and friends. One cannot and should not do everything alone. I did receive support from my immediate family and my staff from the office. When I used to feel very low and was on the brink of giving up my career, my friends helped me get back into a positive frame of mind and stay focused. My parents have always celebrated the smallest of my achievements, and this has driven me to aim higher. Today, both my kids, who are young adults, are my greatest pillars of strength. They take pride in my achievements and they truly believe in the path I'm taking. The freshness of their thinking provokes me to approach things differently, and this opens up my mind to accept diversity of thoughts. Of course, my husband, who is also my business partner, nudged me on whenever I was stopped by self-doubt and needed that extra push.
Managing work-life balance initially was a big struggle. The sense of guilt was very high to leave small children behind with domestic help. It was a hard call. However, today they are my pillars of strength, encouraging me in everything I do. In the initial growth phase of business, it was difficult to take time off for hobbies or be with friends. However, as the business grew and we stabilized, it was possible for me to pursue my hobbies and also be engaged in social activities.
Building a professional organization from scratch and reaching a level where brand SYConE is recognized across India is an accomplishment in itself. However, the impact I've been able to make outside of the business is what I cherish more, like establishing Spurti, the very first
ladies wing of Builders Association of India, which has grown into a national movement impacting the lives of women and children in the construction industry, or leveraging the director's position at FKCCI to empower and impact women entrepreneurs in remote areas. For supporting women at the grassroots levels by providing financial literacy and legal right awareness, and impacting women in senior positions at corporates by mentoring them to get into C-suite and boardroom positions. I have no regrets. Every success is humbling. Every failure is a learning. It teaches you to stay strong, muscles you up, and brings out the best in you.
Post-pandemic, a lot of opportunities have opened up for all industries. In the next couple of years, I'm looking at no less than 10x growth for SYConE across all our business verticals. While we do see a lot of women on the design side of the construction industry, I would like to spend time on encouraging and mentoring women to take up careers in the execution side as well. I would also like to allocate 25% of my time in mentoring women at the grassroots levels by conducting workshops on financial literacy and legal awareness. Yeah, a lot of learnings over the years. Two things I would like to share. I was always an introvert, never liked to talk to people, shied away from being around people and networking. I realized that in order to grow your business and to be visible and to be noticed and to people know what you do, networking is very essential. So I forced myself to move out of my comfort zone inch by inch and started networking. It not only boosted my confidence, it was a great learning experience when I interacted with people across different walks of life, be it in social networks, business networks, trade bodies. It gave me a lot of confidence and improved my leadership qualities. Hence, I realized the way to go is networking and be visible everywhere. The second most important thing that I learned over the years was that never be stopped by boxing of the role you're expected to play by the society. No, society wants to fit into a certain role and it constrains you from doing what you want to do, explore things and move forward. You need not always fit in and blend. You can still stand out and blend. Expand your network, seek help, challenge every barrier. Most of them are in the mind, planted through conditioning and experiences, hence can be conquered. There are 5 pointers that I would like to give to aspiring women entrepreneurs. 1. Each one of us are operating in our own timelines. It is never too late or too early to start anything new. 2. Life is full of choices. Choose wisely. Make a choice, not a sacrifice. For choosing makes you stronger and powerful, whereas sacrifice makes you weak. Why I say that sacrifice makes you weak is that when you sacrifice, you expect something in return which makes you feel weak. From my personal experience, I have seen that society rallies behind a powerful woman, victimizes weak women. Hence, make your choices wisely. 3. Always challenge societal conformity norms which restrains you from achieving your dreams. Don't bow down to them if you feel it is not the right thing to do. Yes, there may be a glass ceiling. Most of us live under a concrete ceiling which is opaque. Glass ceiling throws you open to the sky which is limitless. These challenges make you stronger and better. 4. Hard work, consistency, and perseverance is the path to success. I don't believe in the jargon, smart work and not hard work. Hard work is eventually what pays off. 5. Help as many women as possible in every possible way. I'm present to the fact that in the patriarchal society we are part of, very little has changed and there is a long way to go. There is a line that Emma Watson said in one of her campaigns that stuck with me forever. She said, "If not me, who? If not now, when?" I truly believe that with little support, most women can do wonders. I have always believed that success is not a measure of only your accomplishments, but also how we have contributed to the success stories of others. 46XX is a platform that intends to provide opportunities for women entrepreneurs to get trained, get mentored, share knowledge, provide capital, get visibility, etc. It is doing a great job in all these spheres. It also provides for women like me to reflect on what we have done so far, reflect on our accomplishments, celebrate them, and probably refocus on how we can contribute and give back to the society. Congratulations and all the very best to the entire team at 46XX.
If you liked what you just saw and heard and would like to be notified as soon as we come up with more such content, like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon of our YouTube channel. Or follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram or Sheroes. Or get yourself added to our mailing list by filling in a form. You will find the handles, addresses, links displayed on your screens and in the description box or comments section. Thank you and catch you soon.